of 97 and heavyweight. A great culture all around every weight, but Minnesota is known to produce great heavyweights and bigger wrestlers, so I'm stoked for that and being that type of program.
Yeah, crazy tradition when you think about the upper weights. I've got to ask you about the Gable Stevenson news, right? It's such a unique situation. The guy's wrestling in WWE. The guy's going to be a Gopher at the same time.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
It's going to be awesome. Seeing him in the room throughout the weeks and just talking to him. He's such a smart guy, and he just knows what's going on 24/7. So it's great to see what he's got going on right now.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really fun. And I've been asking this to a lot of people, and I'm curious to get your guys' thoughts on this. Other than your match, the match that you guys are going to compete in, what's the match you're most looking forward to see, and what do you think is going to be maybe the most exciting match? Of course, obviously, other than 195. Gavin, we'll start with you.
I'm excited to watch the big boys wrestle. Nick and Christian are going to have a great match, but Jesse Mendez is showing up right now. He's wrestling like a dog, so I'm excited to see what goes on with his match.
Heck yeah, both are going to be awesome. What about you, Dylan?
I was actually going to say the same two matches, Swiderski and Mendez and Carroll and Feldman. I think those are going to be two good matches.
I think so too. I think top to bottom we're going to have some awesome action, including your guys' match. You guys are high flying. You're super imposing, big physical guys. I can't wait for the match. Guys, thanks for sharing your thoughts, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Good work. Got the 138 pounders with me. This is going to be a match that a lot of people are excited about. I've been asking a lot of people, a lot of the other guys, what are matches you're most looking forward to? And this is one that people are circling. They want to see you guys scrap. Why do you think people are so excited for this matchup at 138? Jesse, let's start with you.
I mean, we're both aggressive. We're going to come at each other. We're going to butt heads, and I mean, it's going to be a war the whole time.
A war. That sounds like a match that I would want to see. Casey, what do you think about this style matchup?
Pretty much the same thing he just said. I mean, I'm coming, I'm coming, and I know he's ready and I'm ready. It's going to be fun. So.
You said you're coming. I mean, that's your style, right? You typically are, you're all out. You're a high-paced guy. Where did you learn that style, and why is it important for you to wrestle that kind of style?
My whole life I've just been so competitive. I want to, and everything I do, I hate losing. I don't want to lose, and I want to win with, better than 2-1, 4-3, points on the board.
Jesse, how would you describe your style to people who maybe haven't seen you wrestle yet?
I mean, I'm going to be coming the whole time. I'm aggressive. I'm in your face. I'm technical. I mean, I'm going to be in your face the whole time.
When you think about this match, how do you envision it playing out tomorrow?
I think I'm going to wrestle a hard match. I mean, we're going to go back and forth. I mean, we're going to put on a show, and I think at the end of the day, I'm going to get my hand raised.
Casey, what do you think? When you envision this match, how do you see it going?
I've been training real hard. I'm coming at him, and no doubt. I think I've already visioned it. I think I'm gonna get the job done, and it'll be fun. So.
Awesome, man. Looking forward to it, guys. I want to talk a little bit about the recruiting process. You guys are at different stages in that process. Casey, committed to Iowa State. Yeah. What gets you excited about being a Cyclone?
The family. I was just down there. Actually, I was just down there for my official visit. Technically, I was already verbaled, but just the guys there. It's just they bring you in. It's a family down there, and we're ready to win. We're ready to. Me and Manny got a good recruiting class already. I think Fausick just committed too. Looking at some other guys, but it's a family, and we're ready to win. Dudes are ready to get in the practice room, not messing around, and ready to win. So. Yeah,
good stuff. And Jesse, you're in the middle of the recruiting process right now. Still haven't made a decision, and you've got a lot of things to consider. What have been some of the biggest takeaways for you from the last few months of the recruiting process?
Just getting to know everybody. I mean, I'm really committing the next 8 years of my life because, I mean, I want to wrestle internationally. I want to wrestle at the world level, at the Olympic level. So really taking my time with the process, really making sure I'm making the right decision. I want a really strong RTC with, partners. I want just like all around. I want good school education, everything.
Yeah, the international opportunity, you said that's a big piece for you. Made a junior world team, and then I think maybe where you opened even more eyes than that was at U23 trials. Obviously, ended in an injury in the finals, but what were some of the things that allowed you to have so much success, particularly against D1 All-American level guys at U23s?
Yeah, I think it's the way I train. I go in there every day with a purpose. I'm trying to get better. So, I mean, every day I'm trying to, bring myself to that edge where I feel like I'm going to break, and every day I'm trying to push that farther and farther back.
You had that disappointing injury. What were some of the things that went through your mind as you were kind of recovering from that adversity and having to deal with not getting what you wanted?
Yeah, I mean, I was pumped to go into that third match, with a possibility of making another world team, but I mean, it sucks the way it ended. I just had to recover and, get back on the mat and just rehab, stretching, get mobility back. But, I mean, I'm back. I'm 100% ready to go.
Casey, you had Fargo final, didn't go your way. What has it been like for you getting over that adversity, maybe using that as motivation or as a learning experience?
Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, I'm not going to say I don't want to put out excuses, but, I wasn't really training too much for that. And it was tough. Fargo's hard, man. It's a hard tournament, mentally and physically on your body. Dropped that match, took a week off, got the call, and went right into it. 6-7 weeks, nose on the grindstone, just, putting myself in the best position to win this match, and I'm 3 times, maybe 4 times the wrestler I was at Fargo. I promise you that.
What has it taken in the last several weeks for you to get from where you were in Fargo to 3 or 4 times better?
I mean, it's taken a lot. I mean, Scott Burnett over in Ohio, he's been right there with me, took me under his wing, deep waters every day at practice. Like he was just saying, the breaking point where, you're dying, and then the next day you come in and you go a little bit further every day, running. I'm ready, man.
Well, I'm ready to see it. Jesse, last few weeks, what's been the focus in training for you?
Yeah, really fine-tuning my techniques, trying to pick up new stuff, just adding more technique to my arsenal. I mean, he kind of touched on it a little bit, just keep on killing yourself. Like, I don't think there's anybody that works as hard as me. I mean, I think me and Casey see eye to eye on the way we train. Like, we're going to go until we can't walk, and that's how I go into it training for this.
You guys pretty much have me ready to run through a brick wall right now. I think people are going to want to circle this match, and they're not going to want to miss it. I'm not going to miss it. I can't wait. Guys, thanks for sharing your thoughts, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good luck.
Thank you. Tune in.
Appreciate it. Yeah, good work. All right, second last match that we're going to talk about today, 120 pounds. We've got Joey Cruz. We've got Nate Jesuroga. This is a match I'm really looking forward to. Joey, you got the call late. You got the call Sunday about this matchup. You took it on short notice. What's the last week and the last 5 days been like for you getting ready for this?
I've been training a lot, so it wasn't like a big I'm gonna start working out hard and stuff. So yeah, I've been pretty much ready, for a call. And, yeah. You're
ready. You at moment's notice you were in. Nate, what was that like for you on Sunday, getting the news that Mark Anthony McGowan's out? Now it's Joey Cruz as an opponent. Anything changed for you? What was going through your head?
It was like a little disappointing at first, but and then a quick turnaround because I realized I was gonna be a wrestler again against a good opponent. So it got good now. I don't care.
Yeah, it's great. You guys are both just game. And speaking of being game, Nate, this summer, Cadet Worlds, you made the team. That was a really tough bracket that you went through domestically. And then you went to Budapest and brought home a world medal. What are some of the things from that experience that stand out to you as some of the most important moments?
I got better from Worlds, from losing. My coaches helped me find out what I do better, what I can do better. So yeah.
Getting some improvement from losing. That's great. Joey, what's been some of the major areas of focus for you this summer in your training and as you're looking to become the number one guy in the country?
Lots of hard work, extra work. Going further into more technique, the little stuff, and getting bigger for college, and yeah.
Awesome. And speaking of college, recently committed to University of Oklahoma. What was it that got you excited to be part of that Sooner program?
The staff is really good. Not only that, the team, and I feel like that's going to be a good big jump for me.
Awesome. Nate, you're in the middle of the recruiting process, kind of probably early on in that, right? What's this summer been like for you recruiting-wise as you're trying to kind of sort through all the different information about a lot of different programs?
It hasn't been too bad. Like, I'm just still focusing on wrestling. The coaches have been pretty cool about it, letting me have my space. So, yeah, same thing.
Nate, when you think about your training situation, and you think about some of your partners and coaches, who are the people that have really been instrumental for you in getting you to this point?
Yeah, my partners at Seabolt, my coaches, TJ, Jake Agnich, my family, yeah.
Great. And Joey, same question to you. Who have been some of the people that have been instrumental in helping you find success?
Coach Luna, Coach Israel Silva, and that's.
All right, last question, and this is for both of you guys. Why do you think people should be excited about the 120 match in particular? Joey, let's start with you.
It's just going to be a good show.
All right, great. Nate, what about you? Why should people be excited for your match?
It's going to be exciting. It'll be fun. Lots of attacks. It'll be a fun match.
I'm looking forward to it, guys. Good luck. Thanks for sharing your thoughts, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right, the main event, the last match of the evening tomorrow night is going to be the big guys. People are fired up for this big man super match. It's Nick Feldman, it's Christian Carroll, and man, I couldn't be more excited for this matchup. Christian, what do you think about when you look forward to this matchup?
I'm just happy to get after it, and I went up, try and chase the best guys, and he's the next best guy, so I'm not running away from competition. I think some guys in our country that will try to hang on to the number one spot, and it's not about that. My overall growth, I want my point A to point B. I don't care what it is, but my end goal is to be Olympic champ, so whatever it takes to get there, that's what's going to happen.
Nick, why are you excited about this matchup? What do you think about when you look forward to wrestling Christian?
My goal is to always wrestle the best guy that I can find, and right now that's Christian. So, I'm really looking forward to just getting out there, getting after it, having fun. That's what it's all about.
Nick, in Fargo, you were hoping to be there competing, didn't get to because of injury, but Christian Carroll was the one that ended up winning that weight class. Did you get a chance to watch that? And if so, what were some of your takeaways from his performance?
Oh, yeah, no, I definitely watched it. He looked great out there. That's a big reason why he's here, I think. So, I think this will be it sucked that I couldn't get out there, wrestle with him, wrestle with all those guys. But, yeah, I guess this kind of makes up for it.
It makes up for it. We get to see the match now, and I got to ask you about that tournament, Christian. There were some wild matches in there. What was it, the semi or the quarter where you were down quarterfinal, yeah. Down that crazy match, Bennett Tabor? What do you remember about that match, and then what do you remember about the rest of the tournament?
So that match, I know I was going into the tournament, I started teching guys, bam, 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 and I was so excited to get on the mat and wrestle that I started taking shots. I wanted the tech so badly. So, when it was a break, I kind of talked to my coach, hey, you got to chip away, you got to regain your thoughts, get back to what you do best, and that's hand fighting, grind, get matches out, and go tack, and that's what I did. I stayed persistent. I went out there, attacked my guy, and got the job done.
Then in the finals, got it done on the big stage. What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, no, that was a really awesome moment to experience. And also, outside of just myself, represent God, my family, my club, my state, and everyone that, put the work or was behind me. So
it was an awesome moment on a big stage. Nick, we've seen you on some big stages before, including last year here at Who's Number One. What were some takeaways that you had from competing at Who's Number One last year, and how will that help you as you prepare for this match tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, I'm super lucky I got to do this 2 years in a row. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything more. And, kind of knowing what that stage feels like, what this environment feels like, I think will help me out. And just, having a little preparation, readiness, I think it won't make a huge difference, but maybe it'll help me out a little bit.
I want to talk to you guys about the recruiting process. Nick, you're committed to Ohio State, going to be a Buckeye. What went into that decision, and why are you excited to be part of that program?
Yeah, I'm beyond excited. I just love all the guys out there, the coaches, the environment, everything is. I went there and I felt like I was like at my second home, and I can't even explain how happy I am to be able to go there.
Yeah, big pickup for them. I'm excited to follow that. And Christian, you're committed to Illinois. It's a program with a coaching change, a program that's really starting to move in a really positive direction. I mean, it's already a very strong program, but it seems like things are already starting to pick up for Coach Poeta. What are you looking forward to about Illinois?
Yeah, definitely. Just the coaches there and kind of the atmosphere they built and are still building right now. So I think Coach Poeta is going as far as the right direction on things, as far as building this program and bringing the Illini back to the top. But I love Coach Poeta. He's an awesome guy. All the staff, they're super fun guys. They keep it really fun. I wasn't really getting, sold on and stuff. They really were just personal guys and almost great role models, almost father-like guys, and that's the type of people I want to be around with.
That's exciting. Christian, I think your photos of your flex after Super 32 were like the most popular flex. And then you got the Fargo one. Which one do you get hit up about more often?
I think the Fargo one, since it's most recent, but I think the Super 32 one's the most iconic one because that's kind of what started it all off. So I more use it as a brand builder and like trying to build a persona than really, I guess, to get a cool photo, So yeah. I'm just trying to pave the way, especially with the new college rules as far as making money and stuff like that, getting sponsorship. So I think it's a great way to help promote myself, a big figure, stuff like that. So
smart to be thinking that way. That's really interesting. Nick, dude, you had a video that went pretty viral recently. You got a trick finger, which I didn't know. What was the response like? ESPN's picking up your finger. I saw it like on Russian Instagram accounts, all this stuff. What were some of the feedback from your finger, crazy finger?
I think it was just great video quality, So congratulations on that. But no, that's just having fun. Busted up finger. I mean, it's good for a few laughs. It's a pretty good trick. So
how long has it been like that?
A few years. I'd say since it happened like 7th grade probably.
It's wild. It is a wild thing to see.
Yeah.
You guys are the headline. People are fired up for that match. Other than your match, is there another one on the card that you're most looking forward to? Nick, let's start with you.
I gotta say, Jack Wehmeyer. I mean, he's my teammate. I love the kid, and I think he's gonna do great.
Okay, awesome. Christian, is there another match you're looking forward to?
Definitely just the 170-pound bracket in general with Arnold, Rocco, and Rojas. All those guys, I'm kind of like, especially Rojas and Arnold, I've been kind of close with. Rojas, I wrestled when we were little kids all the time, so stuff like that, and we're pretty close. So I'm just excited to see the guys I grew up with, put all on the line tomorrow.
That bracket's full of intrigue. As is this match, we've got two of the most exciting and athletic big men anyone could find on planet Earth. I can't wait. Guys, I'm excited. Good luck tomorrow, and we'll see you then.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for this press conference here at Who's Number One. This is our headliner. We've got an incredible set of matches tomorrow. We've got the women's card on tap tonight. You're not going to want to miss it. Thanks for tuning into the press conference.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to downtown Dallas, Texas. It is the 2021 version of Who's Number One, and we have an amazing card lined up for you guys tonight. 28 of the best high school athletes in the country. Now, one little wrinkle, David Bray, one little wrinkle this year we're throwing in is these kids will be competing under the college rules, and 2021-2022 season is kicking off soon, and they're going to be wrestling these rules before the NCAA will. So if you're asking yourself, if there's a toenail in bounds, are we still wrestling? Yup. If I get a 4 count, do I get 4 near fall point? Yes, you do. Also, overtime, 2-minute sudden victory, and then 1 minute rideouts. That's a little bit different this year. But we have an amazing card. Tell me a bit about some of these athletes, man.
Let's start off with the headliner. We're going to finish off with the big boys. It's going to be number 1 at 220 pounds, Carroll, bumping up to wrestle the number 1 heavyweight in the country, Nick Feldman. These are 2 of the biggest, most athletic wrestlers you're going to see on planet Earth, and they're going to get after it. But we know we're going to see that match. What we don't know is the match is going to happen right before that, because we have a 4-man at 170 pounds. We're going to kick it off with the 2 semifinals at 170. First of all, we're going to have the number 1 man in the country, Manny Rojas. He's laying on the line. He's wrestling Rocco, Welsh. This is a match that I can't wait to see. Welsh moving up to 170. Manny defending the number 1 title. After that, we're going to see Gabe, Arnold, the number 3 man in the country, and he's wrestling a guy, Brady Thompson, that didn't know he was going to be in the card until just a little bit over a week ago. He's number 5 in the country, every bit deserving. I can't wait for that 4-man group.
Dude, it's amazing that we're able to put together these 4-mans and these super fights. It's such a cool event. But speaking of 1 versus 2, one of the things that really sticks out to me, the reason that a lot of these people are tuning in at home, the reason that there are over 30 Division I coaches here in attendance tonight, unsigned, Jesse Mendez. This kid is special. You want to talk about technique? He's got it. You want to talk about speed? He's got it. How about a little bit of strength? Yep, that too. Also, he has one of those intangibles that makes it really, really easy to succeed at the next level. But guess what? He doesn't have push overnight. This kid, Casey Swiderski, this kid's for real. And I tell you what, yesterday at the press conference, he had me convinced that this is going to be a real fight tonight. And I think he really believes it. I am super excited, David. I can't wait to see some action. I can't wait to see it so much. Let's get to a read so we can get this action started.
This event is presented by Takedown. Visit takedownshop.com for all the latest wrestling swag and lifestyle apparel. Use code FLOW for 20% off your purchase. All right, we're going to have wrestling action coming up right after this. Stay tuned.
The sport of wrestling provides so many with a bigger purpose. Wrestling becomes a part of you. You're faced with so many challenges in the sport, but skin infections shouldn't have to be one of them. And that's our mission. Defense Soap was created out of the need to fight back, because we care about this sport, the families, the athletes, the coaches, and we want to continue to protect people from skin infections to keep you on the mat. And that's our goal here at Defense Soap, to defend what you have built.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live on FloWrestling from Dallas, Texas for Who's Number One. Tonight, you will witness 14 men's matches featuring the best high school wrestlers on the planet. Are you ready? Let's meet the competitors at 170 pounds. Wearing the black, representing Pennsylvania, Rocco Welsh.
Right, David Brady. Let's get this thing started.
Rocco Welsh coming to the mat first. He's number 4 in the country at 170 pounds, and man, this kid's moving up in weight, but he has earned this spot. Wins just about everywhere he goes. I can't wait to see this match.
Looks amazing, man.
And his opponent, wearing the red, representing Michigan, Manny Rojas.
Manny Rojas making his way to the center of the circle. Man, I'm telling you what, I'm fired up for these guys, bro.
This kid, he is number 1 in the country for a reason. In the last 12 months, he's got a Super 32 title and a Fargo title. Not a lot of guys have both.
Right.
He does.
Folk style tonight. Don't forget, folks. All right, they slap fins, and we are ready to go. There's some big old clubs coming. Right, dude, they got haymakers throwing right off the bat, David Bray.
If this is a haymaker contest, it's going to favor Manny Rojas, who is a absolute brute when it comes to the hand fight.
Yeah, you're seeing both guys kind of square in their stance, just really kind of taking the oh my goodness, taking that hand fight right to the other guy.
Rojas, the guy that's been number 1 at 170, Rocco Welsh moving up in weight, and it makes sense that he would be trying to impose his will physically early in this match.
And there's the level change from Rojas. Welsh trying to keep his collar tie and an elbow at the same time. There's a nice little level change from Rocco Welsh. Problem is, it's really difficult to score from those square stances. So I think they're just still in that feeling out process. But there it is. There's a shot from space from Rojas.
Didn't get all the way in, but man, you can see the power.
Yeah, you know, you're right. He definitely moved him back a little bit. There's a nice shot, outside step from Rocco Welsh. Yeah, he moved him back a little bit, but you know, credit to Rocco Welsh. He caught that thing right with his head. He's really, and that's a stall call on the edge, and he'll go back to the center. Still 0-0.
Halfway through that first period, and it's a good stall call to get.
It is. It is. You know, it's almost the equivalent of your first passivity in freestyle.
The official just picked up a little gauze. That was on Manny Rojas' ear. He didn't have that earlier. He must have busted open a cauliflower ear during training today.
Let me tell you, these kids have been scrapping. This is not a light roll around, kind of get the weight off practice that you're accustomed to before big events. These kids came in here scrapping. Nice 100%. Attack there by Rocco Welsh, and Manny Rojas does a good job down blocking, circling out. That level change is going to be key here for Welsh. I think if he can start timing the hands, he's starting to get Manny Rojas' knees to straighten up, but his defense right now is kind of what's been saving him. Rojas has probably been the aggressor, even though he does have a stall call. There's a head outside single, switches it to a head inside, brings it to his feet, and scores on the edge. Rocco Welsh takes a 2-0 lead, and he's going to be on top. And remember, college out of bounds rules, so they're going to keep that foot in bound as long as he could, and then they go out of bounds eventually. Rojas goes down.
Man, great situational awareness there. And you see already on the scoreboard on your screens, 5 seconds of riding time. That riding time is going to matter here.
Yeah.
Probably for the first time in many of these guys' lives.
Yeah, for sure. Nice heavy on the left-hand side by Rocco Welsh. And he loses them with 17 seconds left. You got to think that that's a little bit of a mental lapse from the young man from Pennsylvania.
Rojas had to get out there.
Yeah.
24 seconds left. I mean, that's a big escape.
For sure. And that'll do it for the first. Coin flip will be green, and Rocco gets choice. He'll go down right away.
Tell you what, Rocco Welsh is the guy coming up in weight, but he doesn't look any smaller than any of the other 170s here.
Oh, I think he's going to be just fine at 70. Yeah, I agree with you, David. And forward pressure there to start from Manny Rojas. He will start to get to work on that quad pod. And remember, 5-second drop down rule too. They lift and return. They'll go back to the center. No change.
Those mat returns add up.
Those mat returns are huge, man.
As Rojas gets set on top, you can see he's got these gummy bear socks. That's a David Carr name, image, likeness deal, I think.
Oh, nice.
He's got David Carr in the corner, by the way.
He does. Nice mat return by Manny Rojas. When you can not just take your opponent to their hands and knees, when you can drop them to their shoulder or elbow, man, you're doing something right on that mat return. And those are the ones you were saying, they add up, David Bray.
Riding time approaching 30 seconds now for Rojas, and he's getting a lot of pressure. You see that, the fingers turning white, driving forward.
There's a cartwheel, and you see Beasley and Simmons really excited about the work that he's doing on top here. And this might be where, you know, the size kind of really rears its head, but I guess not. So Rocco Welsh gets himself an escape, and he will wind up tying the score now.
Well, Welsh takes a 3-1 lead.
No, I'm sorry, 3-1. My fault. And
riding time still under a minute. That's huge. Just 52 seconds.
yeah, double leg reattack by Welsh, and he drops him on his behind. Wow. That's a great reattack. My goodness, I wouldn't even mess around on the mat if I was Rocco Welsh. He's just seems like he's got a good beat on Manny Rojas's hands and legs.
6-1 lead is, man, that's ridiculous.
It was 2-1. Stalling red, 1 made 3, 4. Yeah, no, we're good. We're good.
That 6 point came, they called stalling right before Welsh earned the escape.
Gotcha.
So Rojas
Go ahead, top man.
had to return. He had that impetus to score, wasn't able to do it. Welsh got the stall call and then takedown.
And left hand under for Rocco Welsh. He's trying his best to stay heavy on the front half of the body.
Rojas got an escape late in the first. He needs one here too.
So short time on the clock and misses on that long arrow return. Nice single leg attempt, but he can't get his hands free. So Manny Rojas does sneak away another point here in the second period as the time winds down. And that should about do it for the second. Now it'll be Manny Rojas who has a choice, and he'll probably go down.
Yeah, I would imagine so. It's going to put him within a couple takedowns if he can get out.
Right.
Set. Top man.
Rocco Welsh, you know, one of the things that I saw with that reattack was that he kind of went to, I can't say the word wrong side, but usually, my goodness, he meant that mat return. Not the wrong side on that go behind, but generally if they shoot to your right leg, you circle left. And he just, I think he kind of tricked him a little bit going right. Nice return again by Welsh. He's got a Navy ride, and let's see if he can turn it into points. He kind of misses it. It goes below the knee, so Rocco Welsh trying to hold on and add to almost.
Man.
No, still neutral. So
no, he got the escape. He got the escape.
Neutral is the call.
They gave that escape a little early, so I mean there was a scenario in which he could have turned that into 1 and 2, but no space to work on the edge.
I agree. Rocco starting a level change again. If you are in his corner, you'd love to see that. Now, I will say this, if you don't continue to fire on that reattack, you might wind up putting yourself in a hole. And nice little ankle pick attempt by Manny Rojas, but Rocco's head always in the way. He's always in good position.
Rojas is, I mean, he needs points. He's got to get a couple takedowns. We'll see.
He really hasn't had, I don't think he's gotten to a leg yet. Nice job by Rocco Welsh to really get that head in the way.
There's that first stall call against Welsh.
Ooh. And there's a single leg for Rocco Welsh. I don't think he has much interest in finishing this thing. He's just going to try and hang on. Stalemate will bring him back to the center. 10 seconds left.
Rojas has to go feet to back here. We'll see what he has. 10 seconds.
That's a tall tale. He has not even been able to get past that head of Rocco Welsh. Welsh, and there's a swing and a miss. Short time on the clock, and that'll do it. There's a stall call on one for good measure, and that's one. Rocco Welsh says that's one.
That's a big upset for Rocco Welsh. Number 4 man in the country gets it done over number 1 Manny Rojas. We'll see him later on tonight in the finals.
Dude, what an incredible match, too. I want to see that go behind again.
And your winner, representing Indiana, Christian
Nope,
Carroll.
don't listen to that, folks. Just kidding. And look at that. Great hand fight there on the edge. High crotch to single. And, man, these mat returns, like you said, whether here's that goal behind.
This event is presented by Vade Nutrition, the world's first pre-measured nutritional supplements wrapped in a dissolvable food-grade film created by a former Big Ten wrestler and seen on Shark Tank. Get 25% off with the code TAKEDOWN25 on their website at www.vade-nutrition.com.
Awesome stuff, man. That was a great way to start the event, man. Rocco Welsh looked awesome. We got another match coming up here soon. Gabe, Arnold, and Brady Thompson are going next. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Getting to the next level isn't easy. But the next level is available to anyone committed enough to want to get there. No athlete can reach his or her true potential without proper training and a roadmap to excel. Welcome to the most advanced training app ever created. Advanced Training Athletic Club. Attack.
It takes grit, determination, strength, endurance. Wrestlers are the hardest working athletes on the planet. They need the hardest working nutrition to give them the maximum fuel, power, and performance. At Vade, we created the highest quality, convenient nutrition at your fingertips. Single serving and portable to go with you wherever your workouts take you. Formulated with elite athletes in mind. Wrestler made, wrestler approved.
Let's meet the competitors at 170 pounds, wearing the black, representing Georgia, Gabe Arnold.
Dude, Gabe Arnold coming to the mat, and we're about to see our second 170-pound matchup of the evening.
It's the number 3 man in the country. He was a Fargo Champ 16U this year. I can't wait.
And his opponent, wearing the red, representing Illinois, Brady Thompson.
Out to the center now. We talked about it a little bit during the intro. You know, it's a last-minute replacement here for Brady Thompson. Good on you for staying ready.
Brady, a Fargo runner-up to Manny Rojas, and in a really tight match. He's every bit deserving to be here. James Rowley hurt, not able to compete, but listen, Brady Thompson's going to bring it.
He's for sure. Also, Gabe Arnold wearing OG teals. Those are pretty sweet.
Yeah, I heard those were preserved and out of the box from 1989, I believe.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet, man. Nice little shuck by attempt there by Arnold. Thompson gets a little heavy on the head now. Underhook throw by Arnold.
Gabe Arnold won Fargo this year, 16U. Brady Thompson,
nice double.
Runner-up. Yeah, there it is, man. Runner-up in the junior division. So these guys, separate tournaments in Fargo, both on that final podium.
Nice ankle pick. See if he can bite down on it and get a lock. Nope, can't do it. Great job by Thompson getting his head in the way. And he's making his way close to that edge there. He's got to be careful. While it's not an absolute definitive step-out rule, you do get hit for stalling once if you go out of bounds in college wrestling.
Wrestling from the ties is where Thompson wants to be. Really likes to get to a 2-on-1.
And you're seeing Gabe Arnold's getting a little bit of a rhythm going, and I think a lot of that has to do with just kind of feeling out his opponent, seeing where that double leg will present itself, seeing how hard there's a nice little elbow pass. Nice single leg from space. Holy cow. Thompson is for real with that space shot. Holy cow. And great shin whizzer here by Gabe Arnold. No score yet. He shuffles it on the near leg like you're supposed to. And now Arnold gets the foot back down on the ground. I believe we might see a stalemate here soon. Yeah, we will. And great shot from space by Brady Thompson.
Absolutely. Arnold had to do some work to get that thing down to the shin whizzer.
No question. You know, one of the things that impresses me the most as I'm, watching these high school athletes is their ability to move and cover ground as quickly as some of the senior level guys. Man, these guys are fast. And 170 pounds, Bray? These guys are really fast for 170.
Unbelievable. I got to take a trip out to Wyoming Seminary and shoot a workout with Gabe Arnold, and that was the thing that stood out. It's the movement, unbelievable.
Work center, guys.
And you hear some coaches over in the corner saying, get a reaction. I think he's feeling that too, right? He's kind of dancing a little bit on the outside, getting a little level change going. Catching a beat on the hands and feet of his opponent, Brady Thompson. And no score yet, down under 20 seconds. Gabe Arnold stabs at another outside step. Kind of single leg there. Nice high crotch attempt by Arnold as time winds down. Short time on the clock. That left hand just kind of staying on the back there.
Scoreless first period. Not sure who that favors. It's a match where, you saw Arnold trying to work with that footwork, but Thompson was the one who really ended up on that committed shot.
I agree. So choice goes to Gabe Arnold, and he'll choose down. Thompson's going to get set. And whistle blows, they'll start. Heavy on the left-hand side is Thompson. Nice little cartwheel attempt. There's a escape for Gabe Arnold, and he'll put the first point on the board. So a 1-0 lead for Gabe Arnold. Measuring that level change, measuring with his hand, and can't put the hands in the face. You can put it above the eyebrows.
Going to be interesting to see if this 7-minute match plays in. We mentioned Brady Thompson. He was on vacation a week ago. The kid stays ready. He trains hard always, but wasn't planning on wrestling this match. And we'll see if that conditioning becomes a factor.
I haven't seen him open his mouth yet.
No,
the kid's in shape. There's no question. He's ready to wrestle, and he's staying in position.
His dad told me last night when he got the call that he was into Who's Number One, he went up to the top deck of the cruise ship and went for a run.
Love it. Love to see it. These kids are so well prepared, and I'm not just talking about the way they train. Their coaching is absolutely made the biggest difference in the last 15 years. Nice little level change. He's going to have to fire on one of those if he wants to score. He can't just leave this a criteria here. No criteria in folk style wrestling.
35 to go, second period.
Nice snap down by Thompson. has an underhook now, elbow control and inside. And let's see if Gabe goes back. There's a nice little elbow pass again.
Good elbow pass, but even with the elbow pass, neither of these guys given a whole lot of opportunities.
No, their defensive position is pretty stellar. Both of them, right? They're both really getting their head, elbows in the way. There's a nice double leg from a tie, and that'll be a takedown for Gabe Arnold.
Good timing.
It was great. Yeah, you know, we talked about how he was trying to get a beat on the hands. Yes, the timing was perfect. When he reached, he posted that elbow and went. But also the timing as far as the match goes as well.
We're going neutral on your feet.
They're going to go neutral. So
1 point.
3-0 turns into 3-1. And 2 minutes left. Gabe Arnold ahead by 2.
Arnold knows where he's good. He doesn't want to mess around on the mat. Right to his feet. You know, you don't see that as often as maybe you would like. Guys know, you know, they just know where they're good. I want to go on my feet. Why not?
Also, it's like, you know, why go to some place you don't know, right? You know you got to. You're the only one who's got to take down the match. You know you can get out on bottom against him. Ooh, he had that ankle pick on that one. Injury time. And maybe caught a headbutt.
You saw as the, hopefully he's okay. They're going to get it sorted out. But as that period began, you saw Gabe's footwork start to pick up a little bit, and I mean that's kind of a dangerous thing.
That's a very dangerous thing. Look, when he starts putting those hands and feet together, yeah, that's a problem for anyone. Now, Rocco, or excuse me, I'm sorry, Brady Thompson gets choice because Gabe Arnold just had injury time.
Red set. He's got choice, injury time, college.
Yeah, it was injury time, and the corner said, asked, is that injury time? Yeah, I mean, he signaled for injury time, so Thompson's going to get an opportunity, and now it goes from a situation where you know, Thompson would need a takedown to tie to. If he can get an escape, he's going to be able to get the win with one.
Yes.
He's not off the mat yet, but he's close.
And nice attempt at a lift, and then he kicks him. So 3-2 now, and let's see if that little stinger comes back to bite Gabe Arnold.
75 to go. Thompson's been deep on an attack.
He has.
This is also, I mean, this is a folk style match too, and if he can just continue to string it together attacks like that, this could be a, stalling situation.
Yes. Nice little high crotch attempt. 57 seconds left. There's a misdirection single leg. Then Gabe Arnold doing a great job keeping his hands on Brady Thompson. Single leg, and let's see if he turns it into anything. He slipped a little bit there. Gabe Arnold.
Man, when he drops his level in that stance, he is tough to shoot on. 25 seconds to go. Thompson's coming.
Here he goes, and no stall call yet, so I can't imagine it's going to be that much of a factor. And great job by Gabe Arnold keeping his head in the way of the action. Clock winding down, tick, 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 tick. 10 seconds left. Go behind. There's the first stall call, and he wants to keep him in bounds. He's not even going to push him out. There's 4 seconds left on the clock, and that should about do it. Gabe Arnold catches the dub at 170. That is a tactically great match wrestled by Gabe Arnold.
Absolutely. I mean, Thompson tried to bring it, just wasn't able to get it.
No question. I want to see, one of the things I'm interested in seeing is just how perfect the timing was on that post double that he hit. Give me that post double in the replay. There's a cartwheel attempt. There's that shuck by. I like that. I think if he keeps on going on that, and he scores once or twice. And that was about the end of the bout.
This FloWrestling event is presented by Attack. Attack is a game-changing, revolutionary fitness app created to prepare athletes for success. Download Attack, that's ATAC, or go to attack.app. So, ATAC.app.
So the 170-pounders will come back and wrestle in one of the last matches of the night, but Next, we got our futures coming up. We got Bassett, Cadet World Champion, and Seth Mendoza. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Let's meet the competitors at 106 pounds. Wearing the black, representing Illinois, Seth Mendoza.
Seth Mendoza, our first headgear of the night.
This is a Fargo champ this year. Just going to be a freshman and every bit deserving to be in this futures match. I'm excited.
These kids are great, man.
And his opponent, wearing the red, representing Pennsylvania, Bassett.
Was in Budapest with me, and he looked outstanding. One of the things that really stood out to me was his ability to snap everyone down to their knees, and he's doing it with some great level change and hand fighting.
Absolutely. World champ versus Fargo champ. These guys getting it done across the globe in July.
Mendoza with a hard club to open the bout. And there's that snap down we talked about. He runs corner on it pretty well, but Mendoza picks up a leg and he'll start wrestling with it. And an angle now, and gets his head to the inside. That's, you know, somewhat beneficial for him, but he's not out of the woods. Does a good job of peeking that head underneath, and these kids are scrambling.
Dude, great attack here. Mendoza trying to adjust on the
Far
edge.
ankle.
He's close. Bassett, good adjustment.
Man. We got a tumbleweed to start off our futures match. They ain't trying to play the position game.
They are not.
There is a 2-on-1 for Mendoza. In on a shot, goes drag out, and nice job. He hooked him with his leg. He didn't even grab the leg. That's incredible. I like that. And Bassett doing a good job of kind of keeping him underneath him, just wearing him down. There's a drag out attempt by Mendoza. And he gets the hand down to the ground, picks up a single leg, goes to a dump, and if he can keep his legs driving, he might be onto something. Switches it to a single leg, and now crotch lock for Bo Bassett. These guys are making me earn my keep here tonight. And near side crotch lock for Bassett. And I think Mendoza wants to pop his head out. Can't quite do it, so they'll go back to the center on a stalemate. And these guys got the crowd going.
2 deep attacks from Mendoza in the first half of this first period.
Let's see if one of the things that I saw in Budapest was Bassett's ability. Oh, there's a nice little angle on it, and he's got a half a cradle locked up, maybe a full cradle locked up. No score yet. He's got a leg, can't quite finish, and now Mendoza's got a leg. He has his head to the outside. It's a full-on 7-minute scramble that we're looking at here.
Bassett keeps looking for that cradle.
He does have his hands locked, and I think that should be 2. It is. So takedown for Bassett.
Mendoza doesn't stop moving, though, and he's up and out. Bassett scores a lot from snap, go behind. He's got hard snaps, but Mendoza kind of mitigating that by beating on a leg most of the time.
Yep.
That's tiring, though, Mike.
That's the position. That's the position that he's going to get burned in if he keeps on staying there. He has to keep his head up.
Looking for neutral danger. No count.
And 1 count. And that should do it for a takedown for Bassett. And Mendoza doing a good job of keeping his base. He has 15 seconds to get out. Let's see if he can do it. Bassett does a good job of driving with his legs, collapsing that arm, and finishing the period on top here as time winds down. It's 2-1 and 4-1 lead. About 30 seconds of riding time built up for Bo Bassett.
Man, Mendoza attacked a whole lot in that. Bassett able to capitalize.
Yeah, look, it just becomes a matter of time when you find yourself in short offense for that long. Especially with someone that's as comfortable in that situation as Bo Bassett is, you're going to wind up getting scored on there. And nice job by Mendoza, and he's back in on a leg. He's got that same dump position that he was trying to work before. Back to short offense for Bo Bassett. Front headlock, and buries his own head right in the back of the head. There's that angle that we talked about. And again, once he starts getting that stuff going, it's real hard to beat him. He jumps to that angle really well, and he does it as he's pulling on that snap.
There's the escape finally.
Yeah, experience beyond his years, I can tell you that much. There is a small high crotch attempt, and when I say that, I mean really didn't commit too far at it, and that might be illegal to do.
I think he's got an arm in there somewhere.
Well, he can't tee well, in folk style, you can't tee your lockup. Nice, again with that short offense. He is really starting to put the screws to him. And Bo Bassett picks up another takedown, and it's going to be 8-4 now. As there's dives out of leg. Mendoza tries to sit crotch lock, can't quite do it. Let's see if he can sneak some swipes away with 25 seconds left. Now he jumps to the body. They'll probably go out of bounds here in a second.
5 takedowns in the first 2 periods.
Yeah, again, Bassett's short offense game is really, really solid. And if he doesn't get you on the first one or the second one or the third one, he's going to get you on the fourth.
He's got some mat savvy here, too. He's been playing catch and release, but looked at the clock, realized he needed to ride that last 20 seconds. And
he did.
Riding time now about a minute and a half.
Down in the third. Set. Go move.
Now, if Mendoza's got any tricks on top, now would be a good time to show those, because he's got an uphill battle. And
should be counting there, but now.
Nice job by Bo Bassett switching on that. And Bassett still pulling down. 12-5, 12-6, I would assume here. Or no, you get one there?
No escape yet.
No escape. And still no.
So they must have awarded an escape. Didn't see the hand go up. I missed that, but called a takedown there.
1:22 left on the match clock, and Bo Bassett is racking up some riding time as well. He's creeping on 2 minutes.
Both these guys pride themselves on pace, and you can see it. Mendoza still has continued to attack, but
no question.
It's just Bassett getting the better of these positions so far. Man, now they're going behind.
Yeah, look, he's a little bit outgunned right now, okay? He's never had somebody pull on his head quite like that, I can tell. But that does not mean he's not trying. He is definitely putting in the effort here. Look, he's still scrapping for those legs. And Bassett finds an ankle, has a hamstring, near side cradle maybe. And 35 seconds left, and he should get another takedown here soon. Maybe not. Steps over. Mendoza still has the elbow, so it's no takedown.
He's fighting hard not to give this up. Man, putting his knee in a little jeopardy potentially.
Those kids are made of rubber, that age. And that should do it for a takedown. And that turns it to 18-7, an 11-point lead. They get a 10-point lead for Bo Bassett. Short time on the clock. And that'll do it.
Tack on a point for riding time, 19-8. Bo Bassett gets it done, and man, it's a futures match for a reason. Both these kids are coming. Bo Bassett showing why you should be looking forward for him in the future.
No question, man. Again, that short offense made all the difference in that match.
Bassett.
And there you see short offense. You're going to see a whole bunch of it. And another go behind by Bassett. Icing on the cake.
We're proud to introduce Dolomer as the official mat of Flow Sports. All Flow Wrestling events, including tonight's, will be wrestled on Dolomer mats, the undisputed leader in sports surfaces.
Undisputed. Hard to dispute that. Don't go anywhere, though, folks. We still got a lot more wrestling. TJ Stewart, Jack Wehmeyer coming up next.
It takes grit, determination, strength, endurance. Wrestlers are the hardest working athletes on the planet. They need the hardest working nutrition to give them the maximum fuel, power, and performance. At Bade, we created the highest quality, convenient nutrition at your fingertips. Single serving and portable to go with you wherever your workouts take you. Formulated with elite athletes in mind. Wrestler made, wrestler approved.
The defending world heavyweight wrestling champion Stephen Neal in the red.
I'm a Christian, and so I kind of try to tell people when you cross the line, you get to go into the Old Testament, and then when you go to this side, it's back in the New Testament. So you gotta love everyone, and then you're wiping out villages over here.
Where are the Super Bowl rings?
Got to play my first Super Bowl. I started the whole year. I always try to tell every football player, you should go in that wrestling room. And if you're a linebacker and you want to learn how to tackle someone, double leg, single leg, grab a leg, hold on, because you got 10 other buddies to finish off.
You have to be grateful for these moments. You guys are going to look back and you're going to go, we were training in the backyard of Stephen Neal.
Stephen Neal's been inspirational to us, you know.
So, I mean, they have a place to train. They have no excuse to not be successful.
No way! Let's meet the competitors at 182 pounds. Wearing the black, representing Maryland, TJ Stewart.
TJ Stewart coming to the mat, trying to wave some of that smoke out of his face. And He has a hat on. And can't wrestle with that on.
Guy was a Fargo champ in excellent fashion.
And his opponent, wearing the red, representing Pennsylvania, Jack Wehmeyer.
All right, folks. Let's get it going here.
Jack Wehmeyer, #1. TJ Stewart, #2. Stewart climbed a whole bunch of spots in the rankings when he won Fargo this year. Wehmeyer, though, with the last 2 wins over TJ Stewart.
He does, yeah. And it seems like when I spoke to, I did go over to Blair and talk to some of those guys about their matchups, and he has no reason to think that he's not going to win. Like and that's a good reason too. Picks him up, puts him down. That's double leg. Change it to a single, and that's a 2-point takedown. Holy smokes, David Bray, he got him. I mean, I don't know if we have any kind of insurance on these chandeliers, but he almost hit one. There's a single leg attempt by Wehmeyer.
Stewart skied him for sure. I mean, that was a big piece of his win in the Fargo finals over Soldano. Was not a double leg, not a big shot like that, but actually a big flat drop.
Yeah.
And you know, got a guy off the mat early and had good results after that, but a lot of wrestling still to do.
Yeah, look, I actually spoke to him about that lat drop, and you know, he's not known as an upper body guy, but he said he felt it and he just went. He ripped it off and he went. And look, a lot of that is a nice go behind there by TJ, and hand hasn't hit yet. No score yet. Wizard's still in. Yeah. I mean, that's a good call, I guess.
It's close. I mean, that Wizard was in. That's a close one.
But it was like, I know what you're saying, and won. So TJ Stewart has a 4-2 lead.
This is a very different match from the last time they met. That was in the National Prep Finals, and it was so tight. Came all the way down to overtime, and Wehmeyer had to get it done, but you know, it's going to be a different one. He's going to have to go get a takedown here if he wants to get back in it.
Well, the interesting thing to me about, you know, about folk style is that he can get a takedown, you know, towards the end of this period. He's tied up like nothing happened.
Absolutely.
You know, it doesn't matter that you got skied over his head. It doesn't matter that you gave up a quick little go behind.
Jack Wehmeyer, a Columbia recruit, looking to attack there. He's knows what he wants, and Columbia is a big part of that. Coach Tonelli, Columbia putting together some serious firepower in these recruiting classes. Stewart's still uncommitted, and it's going to be a big get for someone.
2-on-1 now for Stewart. And lifts it up, can't quite get to the body. So 32 seconds left. See if he rips off another shot from space after hand fighting for the last minute and change. Underhook, there's a throw by, and can't quite get to the leg. Great job down blocking by Wehmeyer.
Wehmeyer has some tricky, heavy hips. He's stronger than he looks, and I saw him in that Malvern prep room going with Nick Feldman. I saw him fight off a couple of attacks from Feldman, and I thought there's no way, and could come in handy as we go down the stretch.
Yeah, look, man, Malvern's got a good thing going on, too.
Absolutely. I mean, they're performing at a high level, but it starts at the grassroots. They have kids in that room that are developing as part of the club, and it's really fun to see a program like that and what they're doing.
TJ gets set on the goofy side. He'll get heavy on the right. Wehmeyer makes his way to his feet. Cuts one hand, has the other. And that's good for 1 point. So 4-3 is the score. There is 34 seconds of riding time built up. Now Wehmeyer's starting to pick up that hand fight. There's that go behind again. And can't quite. Gets him all the way up in the air and finishes that double leg. But it took some time this time, Bray. Wasn't just a quick go behind to a mat return. TJ Stewart fought for that one.
He really, really did. I mean, you saw that. Spoke of the defense of Wehmeyer, and there were a couple of times where it looked like takedown was going to be a no-go. TJ stuck with it, got the power late, and got the 2.
And he drops down. And then he cuts him. So 6-4 is the score. 1 minute left here in the first, or excuse me, second, rather.
Folk style rules, though, like we talked about before,
He's
where
right in it. He's not far off.
3 takedowns to 0, and if Wehmeyer can get one, it'll be tied up.
Fingers.
And 42 seconds left here. Man, he's gotten him over his head twice. That is a stark difference from their last match.
It definitely is.
And you hear these guys talk about Ross Gatomer as the new head coach at Blair, and how he's bringing back a kind of an old school Blair kind of vibe to the room, and they love it. They love it. These guys, there was really no transition period between Antonelli and Ross, and these kids are all pretty fired up to compete for this young man.
I've heard multiple guys describe the training sessions under Gatomer as like Buxton-style Blair practices, and it makes sense.
Yeah, he's a Blair guy himself.
Sit, don't move. Cover and pause.
Stewart going to get set here, and Wehmeyer sees right for a couple seconds to bring riding time under a minute.
And tries to get a return here, but Stewart doing a good job of staying on his feet. And Wehmeyer really kind of dogging a bone there. He's doing a good job. Look, those attempts are worth a lot. Just those attempts. And now, on the flip side of that, they cost a lot of energy. Right? Picking TJ Stewart up is no easy task.
He's got to be evaluating his game plan at this point. That a couple of shots he's taken have ended up in go-behind takedowns for Stewart. So it's like, man, do I stay on top, maybe work for a turn, or try my luck on my feet, which hasn't gone so well.
Boot goes in. Now he takes it out. Starts going heavy on the left-hand side. Tries to go inside chop. He will catch an inside wrist. Can't quite get it. TJ Stewart will build himself into an escape, and that's a 7-4 lead. Stewart, some blocking with the right.
Wehmeyer needs 2 takedowns here, Mike.
Yeah, that's again, we haven't even really seen him get in on leg, and it's because TJ is so good with that head position. Inside trip. And this is the position that we talked about earlier. TJ looking at the clock going, I don't probably need one of those lat drops right now, do I? And he's right. I'd be very surprised if he ripped it off right now. Folk style. There's a single leg, and Stewart has a lock on it. Wehmeyer goes out of bounds, and they'll start back in the center. Still 7-4, 31 seconds of riding time, 49 on the match clock.
Wehmeyer took that action out of bounds, and he may want to try to force a scramble from a position like that, but wasn't able to there.
Yeah, he's going to have to get to a leg, and again, that is no easy task. The position that TJ Stewart has put on has been pretty impressive. Nice hand fight out of the tie there.
Starting to get into feet-to-back territory. Wehmeyer's going to need a big one. That's going to be tough to do.
TJ feeling himself a little bit at the end of this match and getting the footwork going. Digs in for a hook. And that's just about it there, Bray. TJ Stewart avenges 2 losses to Wehmeyer. And he's going to go home with a W.
Look good, gets his hand raised. He's pumped up. He's going to get out of here. Man, great wrestling there from TJ Stewart.
Yeah, he got him up over his head a bunch. That was, and again, this is, Wehmeyer's really good. It's not like he's wrestling a bum.